real recognize real, and it only gets realer from here. Now, in today's topic, I'm going to be talking about Pisces. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow we're done. Also want to give a shout out to all my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s, and shout out to all my any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. I also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So, as you guys know, man, at first I was like, yo, I was actually trying to give Scorpio women the benefit of the doubt. But then I started to experience something that I never experienced before. And at this moment, I can't do it, bro. No. Now, that's just me. Maybe many of you out there have had better experiences, but me, I'm not for the drama. And what I begin to notice is that if it's either one thing being attention seeking versus bipolar, aka just drama, just drama, man. It's no other word to put it for it. It's drama. See, so it's always like this. Another rule before I go into what I was going to say of what you should do is don't mess with a Scorpio woman if she already talking to somebody. See, that should have been the #1 rule that I should have followed. But because when a Scorpio woman gets with someone, she oftentimes has that emotional connection. See, and she, even put it like this, even if she is unhappy with who she's, is all kind of held and broke loose between the both of them, guess what? She's still gonna stay with that dude or that woman. Just because love at first sight, this was the person I met before, excuse, right? Really, she doesn't want you like that. She maybe will, accept the attention from you, for attention, but then she really doesn't really want you, but she doesn't really want to say that either. See, she don't want to keep it real and just tell you the truth. She likes to hide in the dark about it. Welcome, so hope I'm saying your name right. Sasif, hope I'm saying your name right. God bless you. So this is a thing, like, have you ever been friends with a woman or associates with a woman only to find out that you guys really don't have a connection? Like, you could be trying to be decisive, leading as a man, trying to, hey, let's say you hear the woman complaining about this and that ain't getting done, and she's stressed, and now, she's drinking 5 tequila, and you're like, yo, nah, because that's how you know she's full of shit. And this brings me up until my next conclusion, is that the only way you can really find out how a person really feel about you is to piss them off. It's to piss them off, piss them the hell off. Listen, I put it like this. Countless times I have realized through this theory that this is the only way you get the truth out of people, is to piss them the hell off. Then you're going to find out whether they like you, whether they don't like you. You even get the little bonus. You would be able to see the reason, like the little reasons that they don't talk about, why they are even dealing with you in the first place. You end up finding out your position. See? And that's exactly what happened between me and the Scorpio woman. And now I just felt like sharing this with y'all, because had I just kept it kosher and all, comfortable with her, she wouldn't have never told me the truth of how she really felt. She said that I was pressuring her into a decision. I said, what? How can I pressure you into a decision? All I to your story. I've listened to your, hey, I'm stressed, and hey, I don't like this about this guy. He's doing all these annoying things. All I heard was just constant drama. And I'm like, yo, well, I'm nothing like the guy that you expressed and, that you talked about. So, I said, so maybe you should try another guy. See, that's not pressure. That's just me hearing your story and realizing that, hey, do something else. See, when something's not working. But here's the thing. Scorpio, men and women, they refuse to let go. Even if something is expired, still hold on to something that's is never going to be right again. See? So the thing that I had to do is make a decision. And so me, I have Mars, I have a Sagittarius stellium, right? So I can't help but to get the truth out of people. So as I'm speaking to her over the phone, I realized, I said, yo, she sounds too comfortable. See? So I ended up telling her. So this is what I did. I ended up telling her, I said, you know what? I said, guess what I had for lunch today? And she said, what? And I said, I said, it starts with P and it ends with Y. And then she said, she said that I have something about, I don't even know why she said flatbread, because that don't even go with it, right? Then she said something like a pita, one of those pita bread sandwiches or something. I said, no. I said, whatever. I said, it actually, another derivative word that oftentimes used for that is cat, right? And she said, oh, you ate a cat? And I was like, no, come on, man. Then she said, oh, so you ate some, you know what? And I said, yeah. And I said, I had it for breakfast. I said, oh, it was so good. I said, you should have had, I should have saved you a piece. And then she just said, what? She was like, what the hell did you just say? I said, I should have saved you a piece. I said, matter of fact, I'm going to go get some for you. And she's like, oh, I'm going to hang the phone up on you. And I'm like, why would you hang the phone up on me? She was like, yeah, you about to get hung up on. Then I said, April Fools. It's like, she said, oh, that was the worst joke. That was the worst joke. It wasn't even funny, like, because I guessed it, but you didn't even chuckle or laugh. Like, you just ruined the whole thing. I said, well, I never thought it was supposed to be perfect. And then I'm just literally, like, I'm just really, like, just pissing her off because she's, like, really heavily emotional. So everything I'm saying is like little stings, Mind you, I got Scorpio rising, okay? So everything I was saying to her, it was like she was taking it as a sting. So it was like no matter what I said, she was just harping right on me. So and then I ended up, switching gears. I'm like, yo, let's just get back to how we were, because I could tell she was emotionally spiraling out into a different direction of anger. So I was like, yo, let's just chill out, man. I'm just playing and, whoop-de-woo. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not playing because you wouldn't have said that, S-H-I-T. Like, I'm getting to a point where I'm just going to hang the phone up. And I'm like, bro, if you hang up on me, I'm a Pisces. And what do Pisces do? Cut you off for good. See? Cut you off for good. So if you hang up in my face, guess what? Chop and block. Done, over with. So what I did, I ain't lying about nothing. I could show you that she's blocked. So this is what I did. Yep, I blocked her. Like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna see, first off, somebody hang up in your face. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna chase her? Are you gonna blow their phone up? Hell no. Hell no. Do I look like a sucker? Nope. I got a man, bro, listen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't even that deep. To me, it's like this. It's all about, how can I say it? If you can't express yourself and somebody's telling you something you don't like or you don't want to hear, well, maybe you shouldn't have called them. But if you're going to hang up in their face, that just shows, that's childish to me. because it's like, I wouldn't have done that to her. Even if I was pissed, I wouldn't have hung up on her. I would just be like, yo, let me call you back. And that's it. See? And it's the thing, people, you just, if you get upset, just excuse yourself. Oh, or dismiss yourself. Hey, I'm gonna call you back. Boom. But if you just flat out hang up on someone, that shows that that's your true colors. That's what you think of that person. That I don't have to say bye. I could just hang up on you. So I said, okay, well, hey, just like you got to make a decision, so can I. Now you can't never talk to me again. See? So I always say, that's why I say emotions ruin everything. Scorpio in itself, they are highly probing. See? And they are nice to you to get, you know, certain nits and bits of information from you. You know, they act like they, you know, they'll act like they care about you. You know, ask little questions like, oh, you know, hey, are you off work? You know, trying to act like they used to you, but sometimes they just butter you up. What's going on? Locked up too. What's going on? Where you at? I hope I'm saying your name right. What's going on? Go. Is that how you say your name, bro? I don't want to butcher your name, Brody. I did that video too, yesterday for you. But yeah, Locked Ups too said, yeah, man, these Scorpio women disrespectful. Yes, but it's like, it's the funny thing was her man, okay, her husband is a Pisces, right? So to me, it was like, all she did to me is talk about this dude. And I kept telling her like, yo, I don't want to hear about this Pisces dude 24/7. Every time I talk to you, keep mentioning like the stuff you hate about him and what he's doing. She said like, oh, he's a crash out every time, you know, she talks to he's just off the chain. But I'm like, okay, well, you married him though. He can't be that bad if you married him. And then I said, by the way, you starting to sound more like him, because she started getting, you know, bitchy and started to just a little disrespectful stuff that I seen him doing. So me and him, we wasn't cool no more, because the way he was talking to me was like on some fighting type words, you know, fighting type of language. I wasn't finna sit up there and let him talk to me like that. So I was like, I'm not, you know, talking to him or whatnot. But when I met them, they both were together. See? So it was like, yo, this is me. Hey, my name's David. This is my girl, you know, type shit. So I was like, oh, okay, nice to meet y'all. And that's how we ended up coming about. But I couldn't, to me, the Pisces man, he was too disrespectful. And he was comfortable talking to people like that. Like, he'll say stuff like, yo, you know, hey man, bring your motherfucker, you know, just reckless speech, bro, to the point I was like, he can't talk to me like that, and I'm gonna just let it slide. Like, no. So, but then what ended up happening was I continued to talk to her over the phone after that little situation of me, you know, when I stopped talking to her husband, as far as like on a friendship, you know, level. So basically when I was talking to her, she sounded like she was like she sounded like she was going to like, you know, fuck with me and shit. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, hey, you know, we both can get on, you know, money together, whoopty-woo. And she ended up saying something like, but I don't want to hurt his little heart. And I'm like, what? I said, do you think I'll fall for something like that? His little heart, though. Like, bro, you love that dude, and you just playing these little mind games like you think I'm stupid or something. So I was just like, I was just getting irritated just by like her little innuendos, like her little mind games, because I'm like, bro, I'm not dumb. Like, she's younger than me, so I'm like, it's even more of a nuisance that I realized, like, who am I really talking to, you know? Because what I realize is this: if a Scorpio thinks that you have a better situation going on than them, they don't want you. But let's say you're either on the same level as them or you ain't got shit. Oh, they love you. Oh, they all in emotionally driven and everything. They love the hell out of you because you ain't got nothing. Hey, you're not a threat. But if you got a little something, a little emotion going on for yourself, oh, she's too jealous to even like, she doesn't see us. She sees, oh, me versus you. And then it's like they'll get jealous over the shit that you're supposed to be happy about regarding a mate. But she'll say, oh, you make more than me. And then, oh, well, I'm out of your league. But she's really just secretly jealous. See? So ain't nobody got time for that. That's why I was like, bro, this is like weird. So then I started to fit. This is what I started to realize. I realized that the Scorpio, okay, if a Scorpio woman is with a Pisces, man, it's like, what kind of backbone, what kind of backbone does that Pisces man have? Because it's like, unless I'm seeing something different. And then this is the thing when they say the strap that hits the camel's back or whatnot, right? I was just joking. Well, I wasn't joking. I was being, how can I say it? I was being direct with my intentions. And I just said it flat out. Because this is what I believe, you guys. Sometimes you just got to shoot the arrow. It's like, you got to just tell a person what you want and get it. Because listen, people going to tap dance and play in your face, bro, if you don't do this. It's like, if you want something, you can't put it up on them to decide. You got to just say, hey, this is what I want from you. And I told her just that. I said, hey, when can I smash? I know that sound reckless, but it's like, your man is reckless. You've been talking about this man like every day, complaining and stuff. So, hey, it's only right if we talking on the phone every day, or not every day, but every other day we on the phone, let me smash then. See, because I feel some type of way. You trying to talk to me about your man. I keep telling you, I don't want to talk about dude. Why you keep mentioning and bringing him up? Like, I don't know, whatever shit. I don't know what kind of person she think I am or who she done been dealing with, but I ain't him. So I said, when can I hit that? And I said, let me hit that tonight. And she said, and look, she didn't even bring it up. She got the messages, but she didn't even mention nothing, say nothing about it. So I did. And I said, hey, what is our connection like? I said, why are we even talking? I said, was you just looking at me? You just talk to me to pass time or something? And she's like, no, I just got to get to know you. I don't really know you. Like, we only been knowing each other for 3 days. I said, but you've been knowing this dude for lesser. Like, you ain't even been talking to this dude. Y'all just met and y'all already married, bro. Come on, bro. And then you sitting here saying that I'm pressuring you. So that means you had to project onto somebody because you're stressed. See? And then she said the Pisces man is nothing like he was when she first met him. No shit, because it was the same length of time. You don't even know him either. So I'm like, okay, now what is the truth? So I said, I just told her flat out. I said, well, hey, now if you won't let me smash, guess what? Don't call me ever again anyway. Nope. Because why would I sit there and just be, one call away, you to talk about this dude all day? We ain't doing that. See? So unless I get the cheeks, don't call me no more later on this week. We're done. See? So when she hung up on me, I was clapping like, give it up for such and such. Because that's what I wanted to do anyway, was to cut her ass off. I didn't want to talk to her no more, because it's almost like this, you guys. See, this is why I said, it was the comment too that what did she say? She was a comment she said when I asked it, when I basically was telling her, like, let me smash and shit tonight. She said, she was like, no, she said, no, only my man gets to do that or something. And I'm like, I was like, I said, are you sped? Can you really like, I was like, are you sped? I said, did I just hear that come out of your damn mouth? I said, you just talked about your husband, bro. And now you talking about only my man gets to do that. Now you want to represent him now. So which one is it? He's a damn scumbag. You don't like him. He's annoying as hell. But, oh, my man only gets to do that. Now somebody lying, right? So I said, okay, I know where this is going. Blocked. Blocked. See? Because that's the thing with Scorpio. It's like they'll try to keep telling you about a story to annoy you. But let me tell you about a story to annoy you. And I wasn't falling for it. And then what I told her, I said, oh, then I played the damsel in distress. I said, oh, I get it. You're interested. I said, you're interested, but you're just not interested in me. I played that role, and I said it in a sad way, like a damsel in distress. I said it like a little, you know what. And I'm like, I said, oh, it's cool. Well, I said, well, perhaps I'll just, continue on what I was doing before I met you. And then she was like, no, I'm not saying it like that. And that's when I caught her lying. I said, wait a minute. Why is it that you're so worried about hurting somebody and that you will literally be more loyal to them? I'm like, dude, that is weird. You will be more loyal to someone that treats you like shit. See? That to the point where it's almost like if she thinks she's going to hurt you or hurt your little heart, oh, she's going to baby you and fit in and want to be with you, be loyal to you, because she's trying to prove to herself that she's actually a faithful woman, and she refuses to have that self-reflection of being a hoe. Like, come on, bro. Stop it, bro. That's some fairy tale bullshit. That ain't even no real reasonable thinking or relatable thinking. See, that's like a situation like, who do you want to be when you grow up? You know how many motherfuckers say that shit and they never be the person they wanted to be? I want to be just like my uncle, man. Yeah, man. I want to have all the girls, man, like my Uncle Chris. Man, shut up, dude. Uncle Chris might not even be alive, Brodier. But I mean, to me, it's just crazy because now y'all know me, okay? Because it's real recognized real. It only gets realer from here. The thing about it, I just wanted to smash. That's it. But I went about it in a strategic way until I realized she said no. Then when she said no, I was done because that was the whole motive. That was the whole goal anyway. So if you're telling me no, we ain't got nothing to talk about. See? But here's the thing. What I was trying to get y'all to understand is that to cut all the BS out the way, in case y'all didn't know, some of y'all may already know this, you gotta be direct with what you want, bro. To cut the chase, because some people gonna try to give you all that BS, and it's just like, to me, you just gotta tell people, hey, I just want to smash. I ain't looking for no relationship. I just want to do this one thing. That's it. Oh no, that ain't happening. Okay, cool, bye. See, that's all. Hey, that's what you gotta do, because it's like, I'm not finna sit there and go through the hoops. I'm not gonna be pen paling with you. I'm not gonna be, what do they call it? I'm not gonna be entertaining the drama, being a mediator. No, see. So that's the thing. Now, with Scorpio, I'm gonna tell you, she likes to test. She likes to test your emotions. See, she's kind of like Libra, a Libra female. She will only do something with you if she wants to do it with you. Not by you telling her telling her to do it, initiating, insisting, suggesting. Nope, she ain't gonna do it. And she's stubborn in her emotions regarding something you want her to do with you, because she ain't gonna do it unless she want to do it. So she wants to be in control of, oh, we're doing this. She wants it on her terms. What Palace, you said, right, to trying to prove what you say, she was looking for a Bible study friend to get that hex out of her system. That's crazy. Super Her said, I just wanted to say thank you for your insight on Scorpio, because I have been deeply hurt by one, and appreciate you for the breakdown. And I you're welcome. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Super hurt. And we've all been hurt by Scorpio. I've been hurt by Scorpio, but here's the thing. What I've learned is that even if I'm hurt, how I it's like Wolverine. I instantly heal. It's like, so imagine if you guys watch X-Men and you see Wolverine, he gets cut up, wounded very, very, very harshly, bad, however you say, right? He gets wounded and then his scars, they heal. Boom, right? And then he keeps moving. That's how I am. So it's like, I was hurt by the mere fact that, damn, you just try to use me as a damn telephone post to talk about this damn Pisces of yours with no intention on leaving him. See? But you want me to know about your drama with this guy as if it's a inside joke for you, right? So I said, okay, well, this is what I want from you. But if you want to continue to talk to me about this particular person, then let me in on the drama and let me smash. See? Because it's going to be a shit show anyway. And guess what? I'm not going to be the one empty-handed. See? If I continue this. So that's why I ended up pulling myself out. But I made her make the decision first. So that way I can always say, you hung up on me. But low-key, secretly, I didn't want to talk to her no more anyway after I found out the truth that she really don't fuck with me like that. See? That's why I said, when I was acting like a damsel in distress, I'm like, yo, I get it. You're just not that into me. And then she probably got the whole confidence, low insecurity within me because I said it like that, but I was just acting and I was just trying to play on her emotions to get the truth of how she really feel about me, and it came out, see? And then once she realized that she was exposed, what does the Scorpio do? They sting their own selves. She hung up, see? She hung up because she knew she was caught. See, sometimes people realize the game, like soon as they get caught and they realize what just happened, it's like the sunrise, it's like the sunset. It's like the sun going down for the day. They like, oh shit, now he knows my intent. Oh, hell no. Click, she hung the phone up, see? Because now in her mind, I hung up on you. Because she already know, oh, he's already on to me, so he's going to stop talking to me anyway. Because now he knows the truth about what I'm on. But when she hung up, she didn't see the illusion. Now, let me stop. No, wait. Slow down, y'all. I know y'all like, no, there you go with that illusion shit. No, but for real, the illusion is that she thought that she was hanging up on me. She already was hung up on already. She was already hung before she even knew she had a rope on her. Because here's the thing. Remember I said, you fall for the illusion, you're stuck, you're cooked. Because it's like you thinking that I'm going to chase you. When that's what I wanted the whole time. I wanted you to stop talking to me. See that? But now, remember I said, what most Pisces want to do is they want to be emotionally safe. I made it to where I'm emotionally safe by letting you hang up on me so you can self-reflect and face that mirror. See? So you could be like, man, I hung up on him. Why did I do that? Oh, he didn't even chase me. He didn't even call and blow my phone up. Wow. What? So I look even more stupid. Yeah. See? No shit, Sherlock, right? Yeah, because now that guilt, when you do something, this is the thing. When you do something, be prepared if it don't go how you thought it was going to go. Otherwise, you're going to be salty. See? It's like you're going to hang up on somebody. Hey, you still got to have that it's like, yo, he might not call me back. He might be cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you can't be trying to piss somebody off and then you're not prepared for the rejection that comes by that person blocking you. See? Now, Okay, Super Hurt said the truth was he knew he couldn't have kids. He damaged me instead. Yep, that's how they act when you catch on to him. He doesn't even know the damage he caused. Yeah, they act like they didn't. That's another thing. It's an act. They act like they don't know what's going on, or they act like they forget shit to cover up their, their mistakes and their lies and whatnot. But see, like, my thing is that, see, the manipulative thing about all of this is that when they use particular words, they use it in a more seductive way, a more emotional way, and it's very heavy. See, to where if they say something, it sounds like they really rocking with you. They say it in such a way like, oh, real calm. They might talk like a baby. They may have this like innocence in their voice where it seems like, oh, they're really vulnerable, which they are. But with that vulnerability comes strategy. See? And with that strategy comes manipulation. And with that manipulation comes control. So they are in full control with their intent, with their intentions. You just don't know that they're actually serious when they're trying to act like they're not serious. See? And that's why they get hurt. And that's how you realize that they're vulnerable, because as soon as they get hurt, they sting themselves, because it's like they would rather sting themselves than have you win. You see, than have you feel like, oh, you put them in their place. See? And that's weakness. That's why I always say, like, so like I say, Scorpio wants to see how much they can affect you. See? Now, they also want to see how vulnerable you are. So they also want to see how attached you are. So imagine a person baits you, but what we call it manipulation. They manipulate you into thinking, into you to get you to think that they're on your side, only to break you down. See, only to try to hurt you in order to see, oh, how soft you are, oh, how vulnerable you are, oh, how attached you are emotionally to me. And then once they see, oh, you're broken and you're in there, you're sobbing and you're crying and you're all hurt in front of their eyes, now they think that, oh, I could use you, I could control you. You could be an emotional pacifier for me when I'm going through it, because now I've broke you down to pieces. See? So now you're stuck with me for a lifetime. So here's that's why I said they're vulnerable, because they fear losing somebody, see, in the first place. So they do all these games, all these emotional games to keep you stuck with them. So it's almost like they don't necessarily leave, even though they say they're going to leave. See, because what she did to me, she said, oh, I'm about to hang up on you. And then she said, matter of fact, I'll see you in the next life. She said, I'll see you in the afterlife. And then I said, all right. And then she said, oh, you weren't even going to say bye. So now I know you testing me. And I said, no, you said you're going to see me in the afterlife. I said, okay, cool. All right, cool. And then she said, oh, you wasn't even going to say bye. That let me know you getting emotional. See, now you coming from a place of hurt anyway. So I said, oh, you already hurt emotionally. I said, let me pull this rug from under your feet real quick. See? Then I told her, I said, yeah, I said, you know what? I'm having the best time of my life right now. I said, I'm so glad I got to piss you off today. I said, you made my day. Click. She hung that phone up. She couldn't take that joke. It was a joke for me because, listen, my jokes are very dry, sarcastic, and very how can I say it? I know the my jokes can be very harsh, but I did it on purpose because I'm like, now since you want to try to break me down, because this is the thing. I want to see how strong you are. See? Because you're really stunning, you really strutting it right now. Let me see how strong you are mentally. So that's, you know, I got Black Moon Lilith and Gemini. So I just started saying all kind of stuff. And she was screaming in my ear, and I thought she was playing, but she was dead ass serious. She was like, see, that's the thing. You're not fucking listening to me. Like, everything I tell you, how many goddamn times do I gotta tell you? Like, and I'm like, whoa. I said, damn, this is only day 3. I thought you said that, hey, let me get to know you. And then you already in your feelings already. And this is day 3. Now I get why you're still with that damn Pisces dude that you be talking about, because you guys are in love with each other. Just say that. I can clearly see it. And you want to get mad because I ain't falling for that loot, that facade, that mask that you trying to put on, that, oh, you know, woe is me. And, oh, yeah, I don't like the fact that he's a crash out. Bro, stop it. See, you just want attention. See, what's going on, Trevor? Welcome. You said the loss of the twins was never a joke. Yeah, I understand, and that's the thing with Scorpio. You just got to be careful because they always have some type of sick plan in motion. Super said, I left him when I realized he lied about his fertility and got pregnant by another Scorpio, but we lost twins due to what the first Scorpio put me through. Oh, you said a Scorpio cost you your fertility. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, that is evil. See, and that's the thing, like, you gotta see, the problem is this. When we talk about whose feelings get hurt, the easiest or the most, it's Scorpio, because if you will hold a grudge, and then you want this revenge, and then you just get on some evil menace type of, evil villain behavior, to where it's like, yo, damn, that person must have hurted you so bad, you want to do that, all this evil stuff. It's like, come on, bro. Or why you even like, why can't you just let it go and move on? That's what you would want to say to a Scorpio. Let me see. Said locked up 2 said, damn, that's evil facts. Super her said, it hurts my soul. I even own a daycare center. Okay, shout out to you with that daycare center. I mean, don't let that shit don't let that bother you with the Scorpio. That just means the Scorpio was hurt. See? And unable to manage their pain. See? Because even when the Scorpio woman today was telling me how, because this just happened like an hour ago. She was like, oh, I'm stressed, and I got a lot on my plate. Hell, I'm drinking 5 shots of tequila, and you're making it worse. I said, okay, now that's just projection right there, fam. Like, you're just miserable and don't have the balls to walk away from the situation that's stressing you out. I'm not your man. I cannot possibly be stressing you out or pressuring you. You're pressuring me. You're pressuring me, and you're pressuring yourself. See? Because if somebody accuses you of something you're not doing, then I might as well be a thorn in your side. Then I might as well just mirror you and act like, hey, I'm doing the same thing. Hey, you're doing the same thing to me that you think I'm doing to you. Because subconsciously thinking, you are. You don't think I'm annoyed by the shit you doing to me, talking to me about. You don't see me sitting there saying, oh, I had 5 shots of tequila. Now, let me see. Palisade said, damn, I never wanted to get with a Scorpio. No way. How, yeah, I mean, besides sexual reasons, I don't really have any interest in them like that anyway. Like, this is the thing. If I think about a Scorpio woman, it's all fantasy. It ain't got nothing to do with me really trying to get with them. I be on some trying to see what their, the little sexual thing about them, how it's, the whole, yeah. But, it is what it is. But I do realize that they're even manipulative around that area of, conversation. So it's like they'll even try to manipulate you with the whole withholding of the sex, where they want to do it on their terms. And then I caught on to something that she said. She said, most people see my picture, they think my photo on my profile. She said, oh, they think that is catfish. And then I saw, okay, when she had, she showed me, I seen another picture on her, the picture that she showed me was from her computer. And I seen the picture and it was different. So when she said, oh, people oftentimes assume that her picture on her little Facebook thing, that is catfish, I felt like she was telling on herself. Because you know, with us Pisces, we don't be asking people all those, personal little questions about, hey, is that really you? You just telling me, oh, people think it's catfish. That's you telling on yourself. See, because you're guilty that it is, and you just don't want the person to question it either. So that let me know that that picture's fake. And then another thing is that people don't understand, like, as you really are quiet and you're really listening to, listening to what they're saying and what they're not saying. Because you know what I told her? And I know y'all gonna laugh about this. I drew the illusion. Pull that illusion out, out of nowhere. And the illusion was this. From all I ever heard her say was bad things about her husband, right? And she thought that I hated her husband because I blocked him, right? And I said, nah, I said, here's the illusion, right? I pulled it out so fast. I said, I don't hate your husband. I haven't even known him that long. I said, I think he's a good guy. I just think that he's like, he got something mental going on. I said, I just think that something just going on upstairs that, he got to work on. I said, but yeah, actually, besides him talking to me crazy, I ain't any issue with him. I said, he just got to learn how to talk to people. But by me making it seem like, oh, he's not so bad. Tables turn, y'all. Tables turn. Once she seen that I had something good to say about it, I wasn't finna add to the whole chaos of how she was, just, talking about him, putting him down constantly and saying all negative things. When I said, oh yeah, he's not that bad. It's just, he just doesn't know how to talk to people correctly. Now she felt like the only one talking about him. So then she got mad, and then she used the whole triangular bull crap on me. Well, once I said that, guess what? Now I'm the bad guy. See that? She tried to say, well, I don't know why you blocked him in the first place. No, heifer. No. You've been talking shit about him every day to me. Now you trying to make it seem like, oh, because I said that one little thing, you want to make it seem like, oh, you got the right one now. Nah. See? So that's how the illusion ended up trapping her into that whole, oh, that lie of, oh, you talking down on him. No, you really like that mother effer. Like, stop trying to make it seem like, oh, you just trying to, and that let me know she was trying to backdoor me. See, that let me know she was trying to set me up because it was a reason why she kept telling me, oh, my husband is stalking. Oh, he wants to know where I'm at. But you trying to find out if I'm off work. You keep asking me, am I off? Am I off? Am I off? You ain't asked me how my day was. You didn't ask me, how's it going? Did you eat? You good? Whoop-de-woo. Nothing like that. You ain't even ask me how I'm doing. You just asked. Imagine somebody you ain't talked to all day. A person hadn't even talked to you all day. The first thing they say to you is, are you off? That sounds like a setup. You ain't even say, hey, how you doing? Good morning. None of that. Are you off? Just flat out like that. I ignored it. I ain't responding to that shit. I'm gonna make you keep thinking that, am I off? I might respond tomorrow, and guess what? I'm still ain't answering that question. See? Yeah, she was asking my whereabouts, and I felt like the Pisces man was behind it. Because this is another thing, and because I got Pluto in the 12th house, y'all, it's like my dreams be on point. Because I had a dream, like, okay, put it like this. I had this dream that last night I had a dream that it was all these, you know how like when you drive and you see like those big what they call them? The little damn, I forgot the word. I know what they are, just can't think of the name of it right now. But the little board things in the they be on top of the little things. Well, it's almost like I had this dream that he was behind one of those, and she was the one telling him where like certain people were so that he could shoot them. So I felt like he was lurking on them terms, but I felt like he had her doing all the setting up. See, because you gotta understand with Scorpio, they rule with Pluto and Mars. Okay, first off, they have connects to like other people's resources. It's like the things that you can't see. It's almost like the dark stuff. And then, and not to mention, I asked her, I said, yo, because one thing was, okay, so most women know how to dress, okay? But this particular Scorpio woman didn't. And that was kind of a red flag. And then she said, oh, all I wear is all black. I said, oh, I didn't know that. I said, so are you emo? I said, are you into emo or are you gothic? And then she said, no, I'm not going to talk about that. And then it was like, I just like all black. And I said, nah, bro, you can't fool me. You can't say that and then take it back. I know what's up. Just be honest, bro. Stop freaking lying to me, fam. Like, I hate that. Like, it's obvious when you see something, it's like you see, let's say you see a pack of Jell-O, right? You know what that is already. And then you're like, yo, the person mentions it like, oh, yeah, I got that gelatin over there, whoop-de-woo. You're like, oh, I didn't know you like Jell-O. Do you know, like, were you into Bill Cosby when you were little? No, I'm not going to get into that. It's like, come on, bro. It ain't even no big deal, right? But it was a for example. But yeah, anyway, the whole point is I already knew that she was somewhat emo or gothic, right? So she literally asked me a question over the phone. She's like, oh, well, I'm in this women's clothing store and I can't find an outfit. I said, I'm not no damn woman. I don't know what to tell you. What the hell I'm going to tell you to put on and you asking me something that you should be asking your mother, fam? I don't know. You should be asking your homegirl that. I don't know. And then when she told me what she had on, she showed me. I was like, nah, you don't even know what to put on. She had like some tennis shoes on with like a shirt to kind of reveal like her cleavage and like a little small like leather dress, like a little dress. I'm like, bro, them tennis shoes do not go with what you got on. And then she was like, well, which shoes do you think will... I'm not your man. And I hate that. Like, to me, that's a pet peeve. It's like some people want what they man is not giving them through another guy. Like, they want attention, they want conversation, they want the very things that they man won't give them. So then they try to have a friend on the side for that. And they want attention. They want attention with what they got on. It's like, nah, bro, I'm not falling for that. You see what I'm saying? And welcome, Misty. Let me see. Palace A says she would get backdoored. All right, facts. Because you remember, once a person have ill will intentions towards a Pisces, the minute you step away from it, shows up. See, the karma is the lesson. Like, okay, now you really finna get it because you tried to play that Pisces. Now it's time for that karma to tap that ass, right? Ooh, my fault, y'all. But yeah, we just gonna say bounce today, bounce today. But yeah, but yeah, Zodiac said, man, that lady asking about your whereabouts. Yeah, she was asking about the whereabouts very boldly out of everything, you know, that she could have said to me. But it's like, I just felt like I wasn't finna wait to see what it was once. So remember I told you, like, when your intuition kick in, and your intuition shows you something, don't even try to figure it out, like, physically, whether or not it's true or not, because you might see something you don't want to see, or you could get hurt. See, because of the illusion. It's like the illusion is always there, making you, curious to know it. Just because you want to see, like, something for what it is, it's not always good to do that. Like, for instance, if, let's say, your girl or your man's cheating on you, and you want to see who the heifer is, or who the man, who the YN is, or the ninja, whatever. And then you're like, oh, you don't want to, put it like this, it's too risky, it's too dangerous for you to actually try to see who it is and what's going on, because you don't know what she's telling him and what he's telling her. See, she could have told him she ain't got no man. So then if he find out you pop up at the doorstep, and then you try to check him, he might pop you thinking that you just some random dude, not knowing you her husband. See what I'm saying? So it's like little stuff that, like, when your intuition just show you something, the mere fact she's cheating or he's cheating, hey, move on from that, fam. See? Because it's like, you don't want to be, you don't want to jeopardize the whole safety of it all. Let me see. Yeah, Lockdo said that's what they all say. They favorite color black. Facts. And it's the thing, she doesn't understand this, okay? So let me do this real quick, because because people think, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so here's the thing. People, when she said, okay, when she basically told me that she wears all black all the time, okay, people, or chat, I should say, let's all take a moment of silence, okay? And let's put your right hand over your chest and say to yourself, thank God I ain't that damn stupid, right? Okay. Now you could we could step out of the moment of silence. Okay. When you tell somebody that you wear all black every day, remember I said the illusion always see, this is what I'm saying. The illusion outweighs a facade. Some of y'all thought I said always, right? No, I said an illusion outweighs a facade, right? Now, when she said I wear all black every day, she's not saying I wear all black every day. She's saying I'm sneaky. It's cold-blooded. You see how when people talk to you, you think they're saying one thing, and they mean something totally different. And they don't understand that the energy is like a portal. See? And if you create that frequency, you could see the portal and where the portal is coming from. And I'm on another frequency. That's what I'm trying to say. We are on another frequency right now. Me and you guys being in the chat, right? So the portal, I can see clearly if you wear black every day, that's Pluto. No shit, now you're a Scorpio sun, right? Now it makes sense. You don't want to be seen, my guy, because you're sneaky. And then when you feel like somebody has exposed you, you want to hang the phone up. See? That's why I say you want to hang the phone up, because you're not as slick as you thought you were. I can see you for who you truly are. And the funny thing is, you can't see me clear as day. It's cold-blooded. That's why she got scared of my ass, because, oh, you doing too much. Hold them back, hold them back, hold them back now. See? Because people were afraid. Listen, when a person can't fool you and coming with that dark magic, they coming with all that voodoo, all that witchcraft and all that stuff, and they see like, oh, wait a minute. He's seeing everything I'm doing. What the hell? Who the hell is he? He knew my zodiac sign that I didn't tell him. How did he know I was a Scorpio? Hey, man. You gave the illusion. See? I see illusions for what they are. Nothing else. See? Once you see that illusion, it's like a rainbow in the sky. You know it just rained. After what? The sun being out. That's the sign right there. That's all you need is the sun. You don't need to know what the rainbow, how long it is and all that other bullshit. It's like, I know the sun. Hey, the sun, I can see that. It's the sun in the sky. I know it's there. Boom. In the story. That lets you know that's how you're supposed to respond to your intuition, just like that. Just by looking at the sun and saying, oh, damn, it's a sign that's the sun in the sky. In the story. Move on to the next thing. Move on with your day. Oh, it's a rainbow. Oh, it just rained. Okay, boom. And the sun was out. Oh, look at that rainbow. But I'm not trying to go up there and chase it and try to figure this shit out. No. Because I can clearly see the sign, fam. And that's why I say the sign is, she said, I wear black every day. And that's the only thing she likes to wear. And now, how do I confirm that it's the truth? And how do I know she's not lying? That's because now she's in a clothing store and she does not know how to dress. Because everything is revealing. See, everything shows who she really is. See? And then if it ain't the darkness, she ain't comfortable. See? That's why she's stressed. That's why she's doing everything that comes off of what? The color black. See, colors is just like, it's like a philosophy in such a way. Just like numerology. See? Colors, every color means something. Gray, black, yellow, blue, red, purple. They all mean something. The reason you see the color of the sun, that means something. Color of the moon means something. Look, put it to you like this. If the sun was blue and it stayed blue, that would mean something. See? If the moon was orange, it would mean something. So you got to understand, like, everything means something. So black is the color of mystery. See? But what is mystery? Mystery likes to hide. See? And when people look at a situation and they can't figure it out, they can't identify what they see, they call it a mystery. See? So mystery also means control, because whatever you can't figure out, you can't control it. See? So everything of which I mentioned also represents Pluto. It's cold-blooded, bro. See that? And that's the thing. Also, it represents protection. And it's protection of what? Themselves and their energy. See? Now, people that wear black, how do they want to be seen? See? They want to be seen, they want to look as if they're in control, see? And not easily read. That's why I said sneaky. Sneaky goes to what animal or what reptile, however you want to say it. We're going to say the snake, okay? The snake doesn't want you to know that he's a snake until he bites you, right? Now, here's the thing. What is the representation of black, right? And what is it speaking to you? What is it communicating to the world? And I'm going to tell you, Don't underestimate me. It's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. That's why she's so comfortable wearing black. But little does she know that when a Pisces transcends the light, alchemizes the light. And here's the problem. You don't want nobody to underestimate you, but there's a fat but. And the thing about it is the Pisces will end the cycle. And you don't even know your time is up. Don't underestimate me? Okay. Now I'm finna absorb all your energy. Now you ain't got nothing to stand on, bro. See? Because now I underestimated her. See? And what did she do? She did exactly what they all do. Hang the phone up. See? Because they not really as powerful as they come off. They're more afraid of you than the other way around. Now, that emotional protection is another reason why she will wear all black every day. So here's the thing. Why did I say the Pisces transcends the light, right? I'll tell you why. Because black, the color black absorbs light. Just like, ooh, look at that light that just came on. That's crazy, man. That's like a special effect in the background. As soon as I said that light just came on and went off. Bro, now you know that's frequency, bro. Now, here's the thing. People symbolically associate that black absorbing the light to hide their feelings, see, to protect their vulnerability, and to not let people inside, see, to let nobody see what's inside. It's cold-blooded. See, black hides the motives, the intentions. That's why I said sneaky. So let me break this down to y'all. Why do you think anytime you see somebody wear all black, this is what they're doing? And see, Thick Nikki, you talking about it's not true. You're probably the one that wears black and you just don't want to be exposed for what it truly is. And I understand. See? But I'm still going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. See? Now, black, the color black, people wear it. It's the emotional armor. See? Now, that also lets you know that this type of person doesn't trust easily. Because they can't be trusted. They can't give you something that they don't have. See that? Yeah, black, Misty, yes, facts. Let me see, Misty said I'm upfront about that, but ex-Scorpio hides it. He paid somebody to do spells on me. I got the W, he lost his job. See, that's the thing. Because one thing about it, when Scorpios get mad, they do that. They start doing that dark stuff, that dark magic. Because it's like one thing, they get very upset, like very upset, to the point, they start crying. They get into a whole, I hate this. They start throwing things. It becomes like a whole emotional mess, see? And the thing about it is they can't let go of the hurt. So even it's like once they get hurt, they hold on to it as a source of energy. Now, when they hold on to it like a source of energy, then they feel the need to project it, but through violence, if that makes sense. See? So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to it and then let it go. No, they hold on to it just like Goku. They'll hold on to it until they get the charge that they need, the energy that they need to project it. But then as they weaponize it and use it against the person, they make sure they use chaos and violence. See? Because that's what Pluto does is triggering. So as soon as it gets closer up on an object or a person or situation, it starts to what? It starts to unsettle it. See, meaning chaos brings the tension. The tension is what feels uncomfortable, see, as Pluto approaches it. But one planet that Pluto can't fuck with is Neptune, bro. Because as soon as it hits Neptune, guess what happens? Neptune blinds the planet from its direction. See, because of the fog, meaning what? The illusion. See, that is there. So Pluto comes after what it thinks is what? The weak spot, only to find out that, hey, you're going nowhere. See? And all of a sudden it just goes through, gets lost, and hey, nobody sees where it went. See? Because now, once you get lost, how the hell you gonna find your way? How the hell you gonna find your way out of it? You won't, because it was an illusion. That's what I said. Once you fall for the illusion, you're cooked, bro. There's no way you can ever find your way back. See? And you can't find your way out of the illusion. That's why people get confused. See? Because that's what, okay, put it like this. When they say Pisces confuses everybody, no, you do it to yourself because you fell for the illusion. Now you can't find your way back. So now you're confused because it's like what you thought you saw wasn't it. Now you feel dumb for taking, the route to a dead end, only to find, oh, I'm lost and I can't find my way back. See, now you're begging the Pisces to help you see, oh, help me to find my way back, Pisces, after I've disrespected you. No, they don't work like that. See, now, Missy said black definitely absorbs energy, facts. And that's the thing, like, if you transcend the light, meaning you maintain the light and you don't fold under pressure, then what is pressure gonna do within them? See, that's why she told me she was getting stressed, because that's what happens when the pressure builds. See, when the pressure builds and you don't know how to let it go, you don't know how to transmute it correctly and what do something of good, you end up self-destructing. See, because you had the intention on what? Sabotaging somebody else's situation or whatever it was. And then now that you couldn't sabotage it in the way you wanted to, now you self-destruct, sitting on all that weight, all that emotional energy. Now, another thing is wearing all black is considered privacy. See, and here's the thing: Scorpio rules secrets, and privacy is related. See, it's relatable to it, because this is why Scorpio would rather be alone, even if they're married, even if they're in a friendship. They want to do their own thing. See, because they want to hide. Because it's almost like this: if they're always with their partner, they're gonna feel always seen. See, and when someone is like visible, it's like they're predictable. They're no longer a mystery. So she wants you to think that she's doing something. See, she wants you to think that, oh, something's going on. She wants you to be uneasy. And that's how I'm gonna tell you why. Because she wants you to get jealous. She wants you to think something's going on when she's not spending a whole lot of time with you as you would like her to do, right? And here's the thing: that's how she determines whether or not you truly love her. And it's sick. See, because she wants to control you emotionally. So she wants you to hover her. She wants you to follow her. She wants you to stalk her. She likes all that weird shit, because that it shows to her that, oh, you really like me. Oh, ultimately what it shows her is that your ass ain't going nowhere. And that's her biggest fear, is losing you completely. See, her biggest fear is that, oh, I'll never hear from you again. That's why she's quick to marry you, have children, because all that stuff is all about the whole the meaning of Scorpio. See, starting a family, having kids together. See, the fertility. So that's why when you meet a Scorpio, it's like they want to just trap you to where you can't go, you can't run off nowhere, and your legs are kicking in the sky. Then they end up penetrating you, and then, you know, getting you pregnant. Now you stuck with them. See, you couldn't leave if you wanted to, because now you so knee deep in the situation. Now you got 4 babies by the dude. See, now if he lose a job, you stuck. Now to get out of it, you got a ring on your finger, you married, now you got 4 kids. That's how the Scorpio likes it. He likes to where he's in control. Like, oh, he made it to where you can't escape. He got you pregnant when you was 16 years old. Before your mind developed, now he was thinking for you, controlling you until your mind developed. And he did it like that on purpose, so that he knew your mind. Well, he knew your mind wasn't developed. He knew you weren't strong enough mentally to think yourself out of it, to know that it was manipulation the whole time, fam. See that? Man, Scorpios ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell you a true story. I knew this Scorpio dude, right? And he was older than the girl that he liked. Girl was she was young. She was like about 17. He was about 20, right? And he really wanted this girl. And he did not want her, put it like this. He wanted her so bad, he couldn't see her being with somebody else. Obsession, right? Yes. Possessiveness? Yes. So you know what he did? He got with her, screwed her, and got her pregnant on purpose. Didn't even have a real damn, he didn't even get a damn about whether he working a good job, how he gonna provide for the baby. He didn't care. He wanted that girl so bad that he trapped her. And then you know what? How I know this? He told me. He said, "Yeah, man, this my baby mom's, man. She bad, ain't she? She bad, ain't she?" I was like, "Yeah, she bad." He said, "I know." He said, "Yeah, that's why I got her ass pregnant when she was 16. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the heck? He was like, "Yeah, because now she's stuck with me. Now she's stuck. I'm like, "Bro, that's how y'all coming? You got to trap somebody? Damn, dude. You couldn't even wait till she was 18. You didn't even let her decide, fam. You just tried to ruin her life and trap her like that." I appreciate the 100, you guys. So let me see. Super her said, honestly was happy the twins didn't make it from the Scorpio. I was spared. Yeah, that it wasn't meant to be, man. That's the best way I could say it. It wasn't meant to be, because if it happened that way, that's not good, you know. And let me see, super hurts, but in my best interest. Facts. Yeah, that is sad for sure. Welcome, Ronnie Boo. Sad, yep. And that's the thing, like with Scorpio, it's like this. It's like, if they say it's okay, certain expressions mean different things, and they might say things like, "Oh, I'm not mad," and they are mad. See, "No, I wouldn't do that to you. I love you," and then no, they don't love you. It's like they tried to mask the emotion. See, "Oh, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not that type of person," and they'll say it in such a way that sounds believable. But you got to understand, Scorpio rules the mask, the facade. See? And the facade, it hides what? Perception. Perception of what? Your perception. And that's why they wear that's why they wear put the facade up. Because if you don't really know how they really feel, this is how they're able to sting you, catch you off guard. And I'm gonna tell you how you know you got stung by a Scorpio is when they catch you off guard. You're gonna feel it. You ain't gonna see it coming. When they decide to do you dirty, you will not see it coming, fam. It'll hurt too much for you to realize that in the moment. You will be so wounded and hurt because of the venom of the stinger that it was precise. Like you could see, you could even feel that they were sitting on that shit to where it's almost like it hurt so bad, like it was just, they was just sitting on waiting for opportune time. So soon as they pop you with it, it's like you feel the whole, like your life flash before your eyes, and you feel every single like hurt and pain that they felt. That's why it's projected upon you through them what? Perception. It changes your perception of what you see, of how you see things, to where you wouldn't even believe it. You couldn't even believe the way they would do you just by just how you see things. That's what happened with Diddy and the people that were victims to Diddy. They didn't even, bro. They couldn't even talk about that shit, bro. It was so freaking like sick. Look at Justin Bieber, bro. He couldn't even, like, bro, literally like all drugged up. He couldn't even like talk about that, bro. That experience, what Diddy did to him. See, because that's how Scorpios is. They'll do something to you, and it's like so on some sick shit, bro. That it's almost like, bro, you would never be able to tell that story of how that experience went with them, bro. What they did to you, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's the trap. See, it's like the spider's web, bro. So it's like, as soon as they get you into that web, and the web represents emotions, as soon as they trap you into that hurt, it's almost like you can't get out of the way they hurt you. And you always feel stuck to them because of what may get out. Because Scorpio also rules scandals and secrets. See, so if they did something to they did something to someone and that person knows, oh, they don't want that shit to get out, because that's going to what? Ruin reputation. Get out reputation. You're still scarred from it. You're still wounded. It affects your reputation, your identity. See? It's like you become their prisoner. Let me see. Misty said, wait, Super Hurt said, I did want to express myself on YouTube, but it hurts so bad. Nah, you should. See, sometimes you gotta tell your story. You gotta heal. You gotta just get it off your chest. Wordful, in such a way, like me, I got moon in Aquarius, so sometimes it's hard for me to really express my emotions, but I try to like logically express them anyway to like get you guys to see like what I'm going through, and then it's like maybe you could apply it to your life or your situation, or just use it as a tool, if you ever experienced the same thing or something similar. But it's like, I felt better that I basically what's the word I'm looking for? I felt better that I basically reinforced the boundary, okay? Because you got to have a level of self-respect for yourself, see? Because nobody's coming to save you. And if you put it like this, if you have self-respect, it's like this. Somebody treats you bad. They treat you wrong. Not even the way that you would treat yourself or treat someone else that you would call a friend. Don't tolerate it. See? Block them. Delete their number. End of story. Move on from it, right? It's better you do that than to stay and let them continue to talk to you and be disrespectful to you and hang up in your face and do all that bull crap. Nope. Don't even give them a second chance. I just did a video about that. Ain't no second chances. Nope. You are full aware, full accountable for your actions. Hell, if I hang up on you, I'm not expecting to hear from you ever again. Because in my eyes, that's you throwing a towel in. Like that one Like that one movie with Rocky. He was like, throw the damn towel to stop the fight. So anytime somebody hang up on you, that's like them basically surrendering, but in a cowardly way. Now, because this, we are adults, and it's just so easy for you to just say, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more. See, I don't like you. People are not honest or comfortable telling people how they really feel, but they should tell people how they really feel to change the environment, the outcome, to reinforce the boundary, because if you fake like you like somebody when you really don't like them, who are you hurting? You're hurting yourself. You're giving this person permission and the authority to hurt you again and again and again. And then you end up suffering subconsciously because consciously you're afraid to tell the person how you really feel about them, or or just telling yourself and just living by those morals. And see, me, it took me years to actually, confront one of these. It was a Leo, and I didn't like him, and I never had a reason why. I just never liked him. Didn't like his behavior. Didn't like the way he talked. I didn't like the way everything about him. I just didn't like it. And I've learned that that's okay. We all don't like everybody don't like everybody. That's just life. That's just the way it is. And you don't have to explain it to nobody. If you don't like something, you just don't like it. Ain't nothing they can ever do to make it right. You just don't like them. See? And I had to learn that that's okay. I used to be the same way, whereas I used to be afraid to tell people like, yo, I don't like you. See? And it's like, who you end up suffering, because it's like, now if you act like you like them when you don't, then you start feeling like it even frustrates you even more. See, it makes you even hate them, and then you end up hating yourself for putting up with it. So that's how I learned, like, as I got older, is to, be honest with yourself. And then, what's crazy? After you stand up for yourself, and once you do it, you like, oh man, it's a breath of fresh air, man. I feel all that weight lifted off of me just by me keeping it real with myself and others. It's like, whew, I can finally just breathe. I ain't got to be having that person calling me, because you just tell them what it is and leave it on, and it's over with. Now, yeah, definitely, super her said, I don't say nothing. I just remove myself. Facts. Missy said, I'm serious. I'll hex him for you, from me to you. I mean, the Scorpio is really, how can I say it? She like I'm over it now, but it was just crazy how, like, she was saying all these things about her Pisces husband, that I felt like both of them was plotting something against me. And that's what Pluto in the 12th house does. It will make you, like, oftentimes, like, think people are out to get you, because most of the time they are. But you just don't want to be paranoid. You got to know how to discern it, because if a person is not checking on you, and if they're not showing any love or concern or support towards you, then they are basically trying to set you up. See, because that's the thing. If a person wasn't, they'll at least be trying to, like, keep, if a person wasn't, they'll just, like, they're not going to be trying to, like, say things like, oh, you okay? Everything going good? They're going to, hey, can I get you something? They're not going to do none of that, because the whole plan is to get you. See? And people are not patient when they're trying to do a backdoor. They're like, yo, let's get this done. Let's hurry up. Let's, where is he at? Oh, that's why she texted me the whole, are you off yet? See? That sound like you outside or something, or you you circling the parking lot or something. I'm like, what the hell? But she doesn't know what I do. See? But just asking me where my whereabouts are, that's what made me know, oh, you on some setup stuff. See? Because that's the thing, why I was trying to, get her to I was trying to get her to be honest and say, oh, you don't really like me like, you know, you don't really like me like that. See, because that's one thing that some people have a fear of doing, is just telling you they're not interested. See, it's like you approach that girl in the store, and then you ask for her number, and then she's like, I got a boyfriend. And then you're like, okay, I ain't even asked you if you got a boyfriend. I just said, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Hey, what's your, what? Because there's really no perfect way to approach a woman. See, so it's like if you approach her, that's the biggest step. And then it's like you try to get to know her. Usually, if she says it, like she says something that makes you think, more than likely it's an illusion. See, and that's what you got to know. Because think about it. A person is nervous as all get out. A man approaches her in a grocery store, for example. He asks her, says his name, introduces himself, asks for a number, or just have a little mere conversation, and then he asks for the number. Either way, she looks at him, immediately says, oh, I got a boyfriend. That should just make you stop and think for a moment. See? And 9 times 10 is to detour you, basically away from her. Maybe she's nervous. Maybe she was caught off guard or something. But she hasn't processed whether or not she even likes you. That's why she just tells you, oh, she got a boyfriend, just to make you stop and think. So does the illusion. See, because that's the whole thing, from which if somebody was to tell Tim and his construction crew that there's gold at the end of the tunnel that they could, possibly dig and find out, what did they do first? Instead of, here's the thing, instead of questioning it, what did they start to do? They stopped and thought about it. See? And here's the thing, when you're thinking about doing something, what do you end up doing? You end up going for it. But when you question it, you're trying to find reasons why you shouldn't go for it. You're factoring in the consequences. You're factoring in where we end up wasting our time. Is this really worth it? See? So anytime you stop and think, what you're really doing is you're falling for the illusion. You're going to end up trying it. Because that's how, I'm going to tell you, what do you think? Okay, for instance, I studied this theory through looking at a cat, right? And no, I'm not a cat therapist or no type of cat master or nothing like that. But I was looking at the cat, right? Because I was just, the little saying about curiosity killed the cat. I just wanted to know for myself. So when I looked at the cat and I had the fake mouse, right? And I had the little fake mouse, and I was, I put the little fake mouse at the corner end of the couch, right? And then I got on the floor like I was a dog or something. Like I got on all fours, and I was putting the mouse on the damn floor, trying to get the cat's attention, right? Then the cat started looking over at me like, what is he doing? And then the cat started to, get up off the couch like he about to come over there. But here's the thing, that when the cat looked at me, he had that curiosity look like, what are you over there doing? And you on the floor. What the hell you got going on? But then when I was ringing that little bell on the little mouse, he instantly started getting up and started to move towards me. See? Because he's thinking. See, he's thinking. He's not observing. He's thinking. So he's coming closer because what he thinks he's seeing is a real damn mouse, but he doesn't know it's a toy. See? Now he comes and now he's sniffing it out. Now he's moving his little hand and trying to grab it and play with it. But now he has gotten too close. See? From whatever he thought was real, he was thinking the whole time. So what was moving him was him being curious, just like Tim and his construction crew. So with that theory, that's how I know that when you tell someone, oh, I got a boyfriend, that's to make them stop and think. That confuses them for that split second. So you know why women do that? Because you end up forgetting what the hell you was finna say. It's cold-blooded, bro. Bet you didn't know that. You end up forgetting. See, you approach her, ma'am, you already have what you finna say. Oh, I got a boyfriend. Now you just froze for like 2 or 3 minutes. It gives her enough time to move on, to get away from you. Because see, while you sitting up there looking and I'm gonna tell you, what are you doing? As you're thinking, you're self-reflecting. Well, oh, you got a boyfriend? Oh, well, shit. Do he let you have friends? Now you saying dumbass shit because now you stuck. You don't have nothing left. You wasn't ready for that. You wasn't ready for that answer. And that's why I say, if you approach a female, you got to be ready for that, bro. You got to keep talking, even if she says she got a boyfriend. Would be like, oh, that's good. Hey, well, that's even better. You got a boyfriend. Hey, here's the deal. Check it out. So I got these colognes for sale. You got to come with something else, even if you bullshit, even if it don't even make sense. You got to keep talking, bro. See, you got to keep talking, because the more conversation you give her, the more what? Curious she becomes, because you didn't stop talking. And then the thing about it is, while you keep on rapping, now she like, okay, he ain't letting it go. Okay, well, to tell you what, all I need is your number, and then I can give you the HBO special, have a brother out. Okay, boom. Get the number. Let me call you real quick. Because I'll tell you some slick game. The best game is this. To weed out that whole I got a boyfriend situation that a lot of women tell, is you got to do, this is the best way. When you approach her, say, hey, you look familiar. Like, hey, you look so familiar. Like, did you used to work at such and such? Like, I know who you are. I just gotta, man. And then while you acting like you thinking, guess what she doing? She's waiting. Now, if you could hold, listen, I'm gonna tell you the trick. If you could hold a woman's attention for at least 30 seconds, bro, you can get her number, bro. And by you saying, hey, you look familiar, guess what she gonna do if she doesn't know you? But guess what you're gonna have is her. She gonna be thinking. See, she gonna be curious as to how do you know me? And that's how you get it, is that, hey man, I was just talking to you. Hey, but you don't say her name. You just be like, man, I know who you is, but bro, I just literally can't. Because you know why? When you do this, you got her undivided attention, bro. And it's an easy way to lower her defenses, to keep the I got a boyfriend from flying out of her mouth, because now it looks like you're talking to her. It doesn't look like you're trying to attack her for her phone number. It's cold-blooded. And by you drawing the illusion that I know you, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna think she knows you. See? And once you've been talking to her for a little minute, now she's like, oh, well, maybe I know him, but where from? See? And that is listen, this is cold-blooded. This is cold-blooded game. Anybody can use it. Because listen, once she starts thinking, what you think she gonna be thinking about? Just like Tim and his construction crew. Oh shit, somebody said it was gold. Let's start digging. Well, the curiosity killed the cat. Well, hey, where do I know him from? See? So she gonna listen to you. And then the way you say it is, oh, I don't know the number. You know, hey, then you just ask her. That's how you do it. This is the thing. Don't ask her for her number. Give her your number. See? And I'm going to tell you how to say it. Say it like this. Say, well, damn, I totally, you know what, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't remember your name. What's your name again? She be like, maybe you tell me your name, then it'll click. Then she say, Keisha, I knew it. I was close. I was just finna say that. And then you want to say, I tell you what, well, hey, it's nice seeing you again. But say, hey, but do this. Hey, I give you my number if you give me yours. See? And then that right there, that's when you get stopped and make her think she gonna give you the number. Why? Why would she give you the number? Because you caught her off guard, bro. It's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded. Because when she's sitting there thinking, the last thing, look at that light, came right back on, bro. Because this is the thing. She's gonna be thinking, and she does not want you to know that she doesn't have an answer ready. See? She don't even want you to know that you caught her off guard, so she's gonna give you the number to make it look like, she, you know, basically know what's going on the whole time, when she don't know what's going on the whole time. That makes sense. And now it worked, man. Listen. Now, I know you guys will say, well, damn, dude, that sounds kind of slick. But it ain't slick. It's just the mere fact of, I'm telling you, this is how the mind works. Because it's like this, man. If a person, that's how people that do, like, when people hustle, that's how they do it. They trying to sell a pair of socks. They're like, yo, I know you from somewhere. And then the name was, damn, I forgot your name. But I just seen you the other day. Didn't you just up here with Tim in his crew, right? Yeah. I knew it, bro. Man, what is your name, by the way, bro? Just remind me, because I know what it is, but I just can't say it right. Man, look, man, my name Tyrone. Oh, Tyrone, yeah, bro. Yeah, you was the one that was just up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, didn't I sell you a pair of socks last time I seen you? No, man, I get them for but I tell you what, bro, right now I got a deal going. See? I'm running an HBO special. What's that? Oh, help a brother out. Hey, man, I got these. But the funny thing is, because you haven't stopped talking, that person is thinking. And while they're thinking, guess what? They're not doing. They're not observing. They're not paying attention. See? As you keep talking, they want to appear to know what's going on, but they don't. So they end up buying whatever you got going on because you got them thinking. See, it's a distraction to keep a person from deciding. But some people, now, I say it works on 90% because the 10% is the people that say, oh, well, no, I'm not interested. Right? But didn't I say you will get the truth instead of what? Oh, I got a boyfriend. See, it's like, oh, they'll tell you flat out, oh, I'm not interested, because now they don't got nothing else to tell you. See, when you talk more, people literally are thinking more. See, because that question, remember I said you have your own game, and your own game, what does it entail? No winner. See, but you know that if you say something, you know a person can't put it like this. They can't think of anything because there isn't anything to think about. So if I say that's what the illusion is. If I draw the illusion, it's like, oh, you're so curious about nothing. Because the cat, what is the cat? The cat did the same damn thing. The cat thought the mouse was real. So it's almost like, oh, you come to something you thought was real. Now you so close to it, and you realize that it's not a real damn mouse. But what did you do? What did you do differently? See, you came and checked it out. You came and participated first. That's all you need. See, so you get the girl number. Y'all can exchange numbers, and she can realize at the last minute when it's too late that I don't even know this dude. See, now you already called, but here's the fun part. Then you got the chance to get to know her now. See, because whatever you did, it made her think. That's why they say you do not get paid to think, bro. Anytime you make somebody think, they always more than likely to go along with it every single time. Hey, we got a 2 for $5 special. You get 2 pizzas, 2 toppings for $10.99, right? How many people really sit there and see if that's really a deal? Everybody gets up and goes for it. Oh man, $2.99. Just say, look, man, take me over there right now. Oh man, I'm getting ready to order a pizza, man. They got the 2 for $2. Yeah, $10.99, 2 toppings, man. Hell yeah, I'm getting that. They ain't thinking about why and why is that really a deal? Nobody does that often. See? You just think you getting a deal. And I used to laugh when I used to hear people do this because they never question it. And I used to be like, damn, they always just so quick to go along with something. Damn, dudes. Like, is it really a deal? Because you could really see it be like really $1 off, $2 off, right? Nothing tremendous. But yeah. A super her said, got enough attention, show me intention. Yeah, facts. Dennis Brown said, what about Aries? Said, I feel like number one hates me on the low. Aries, Aries is how can I say it? I say Aries is more opinionated because like Aries is big on how they feel about a situation first. See? And then they oftentimes like to be the first one to do particular things. And I notice like with Aries, it's hard to get them to go along with the flow or go along with something that you want to do. So they may oftentimes, it's like, let's say now, like for instance, I had an Aries girlfriend attracted to, but she was attracted to me, but then she had a shocking demand that she wanted me to do to her. And it was weird because she kept trying to manipulate me by saying that, oh, we went on a date. Back in the day, we went on a date. Didn't I just say this? Didn't I say this 5 minutes ago? When you say something and it sounds like it really happened, the Aries woman was saying to me that, hey, she was trying to draw the illusion on me. She was like, yeah, we went on a date. I remember you. Me and you used to work at Family Dollar. And yeah, you had a crush on me. And I'm like, wait a minute. What are you, like, I don't even like you, not attractive. Like, why? What the hell? Tell me more, because this don't even sound believable. But as I continue to listen to her talk about it, what was I doing? Thinking. And here I am. This girl is unattractive as all get out. And she swear that we went on a date. I remember you, and me and you went and got some Subway, and yeah, you really we had a crush on each other and stuff. I said, no, we didn't. You lying. See, Pisces be knowing you ain't fooling us with that illusion crap. So I'm like, I know you lying. But I'm like, oh, I'm just curious, letting her finish. But I know ain't none of that shit. Ain't none of that was how she explained it, in other words. So what I'm trying to tell you about Aries is like, I'm gonna continue and tell you first what she was even trying to get me to do. Now, after saying all that to me, she ended up saying, oh, she said, she concocted a story about her and her boyfriend, right? But she said they was having issues. And then now here's the thing, because Aries female, they always say something to shock you, just to see what you'll do or what you will say about it. And she was like, oh, she said, yeah, my boyfriend, we into it, but like he's upset because I got him to, she said she got him to eat her out, right? I'm gonna say it like that. And then she said, I got him to eat me out, but like he wanted something in return, and I told him no, that this was all about me and hey, what I needed. So that when you're dealing with Aries, they have they like to it's like they like to control and take over, to where they will literally try to use you, and they have these demands like putting themselves first and trying to, like, on some BDSM type stuff. So she was telling me this, and then she said, well, right now I'm just looking for somebody to eat me out. I ain't really looking for nothing else. I'm not doing nothing. I ain't getting into bed with you. I just really looking for a man right now that's submissive. She said it flat out like that. And she said, I was thinking you would be a good candidate. Like, you would be a good person for that. And I said, hell no. I said, I don't even like it. See, like, in my mind, I'm like, I know you lying. I said, I don't even like you. You are not attractive. You are ugly. And I hate to have said that to her, but I had to deliver the truth in that type of form. See, since you want to lie, I said, dude, eat what? I said, oh, hell no. I said, no, man, I'm good. No, I don't do that. She was like, okay. She was like, I watch your channel. I watch your YouTube channel. So I hope you see, that let me know, like, see, you got to be careful, bro, because people will try to play you like you stupid or something, like, or just try to say something shocking just to see, like if you will go for it. See? And that was an Aries woman. I was like, dude, she's nuts. Because I'm like, bro, you can't, that's nasty. And then, like, why are you even saying that to a dude in such a way that's like, that's disrespectful? And in so many words, talking about you looking for a man that's submissive, that's just gonna do that and be, she said she looking for a dude just to do that, and then he go about his way. I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. I was like, no, I'm good. No. So that let me know, like, man, just be careful with Aries, because Aries can be like daring. And then a lot of times they be thinking that shit funny. And then at the same time, they be dead ass serious about the demands that they be coming up with. Cause I knew she was dead ass serious with what the demands, the demands and the request that she was asking of me. I knew that she was looking for that particular man. See? But the problem was she was desperate to do it with anybody that would agree. And I don't even, to hear a woman talk like that, bro, that's weird to me. Like, why would you even be talking like that? That ain't even like, that make you look like you dirty or something. Like, you saying it like, yeah, that's all I want. And I ain't looking for nothing else. And you got to be cool with just doing that. And that's it. And then after we done, you could just go back home and do, then you could leave. I'm like, nah, And then you got to think that could possibly be a sick fantasy of the Aries as well. You see? But you got to understand that also Aries looks at a situation like this. They like to challenge you. See? They like to see, they want to see how strong you are, how masculine you are. And they would test you in such a way, especially the Aries females, because a lot of Aries females, they could be like studs. They could be, butchy, and they could be on that, where they might not even want to get into bed with you, but they might want a boyfriend, but the type of boyfriend they want is somebody they could boss around. It's like, you got to be careful, because an Aries woman, she could be like the total opposite. Even if she cute, she could be like on some like bullying type stuff where she might want to fight. Like, I knew, man, this man, put it like this, bro. This one Aries had like really shocked me, because she wanted to fight, like on some, let's put the gloves on, but not on some, I really want to fight you because I want to get into it with you. But she was just one of them tomboy type, women, but she was cute, but she was just too like boyish, if that makes sense. To where I was like, what you mean you want to What you mean by you want to do this? And like, in my mind, I'm like, nah, man, she tweaking. But Aries could be cool on just, mere conversation, but sometimes they just come out with this shocking factor where they may ask you to do things that are like bizarre. See? And they get off on how you react to it. Cause when I noticed when I had like spazzed out and I was like, hell no, like I don't even like you like that. She was just laughing and stuff, thinking it was funny, like, oh, like cracking up about it. And I'm like, that ain't funny. That's not funny. That's rude and disrespectful as hell. You saying something like you don't even look clean to be even. Then you talking about submissive. I'm like, nah, you ain't. But you gotta think though. You gotta think she probably. Well, this is what I came up with. That, put it like this. Whatever she asked of me, it probably worked on another dude. That's what I was picking up on. See, whatever she asking of people, it worked on somebody. So that gave her the confidence and the courage to ask, put it out there again. And I remember this one time, there was an Aries. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It was an Aries woman. And she said, first off, it was a catfish, okay? Catfish Aries. Okay, the picture was not her. And she said, oh, she said she was a freak, but she said she was BBW. And she said she had, what'd she say? She's, you know what, bro? I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this. It just sounds funny as I basically was trying to say it. Eventually, I caught myself. But yeah, she said she had triple D's, bro. I said triple D's. I was curious because I'm like, triple D's? I got to see these. Like, I was like, are they the missile launcher triple D's or they just the, they call them the, the fun bags, whatever you call them, right? The fun bags. So she said she had the triple D's. I'm like, bet. She like, oh, you want to come over? I'm like, yeah, I'll come over, whoop-de-woo, right? So she was an Aries. Boom, I come over her house. The lights is off. I tell her that when she answered the door, I really saw her size. I'm like, BBW? Nah, bro, you got to be triple B, whatever you call it. I'm like, you got to be at least 4 B's before the double WWEs. I'm like, bro, it ain't no way, but she was huge. But it was like, she was impossible for us to even do what we was trying to do. Now, I don't discriminate and I don't have an issue with her size. It's just she lied, right? And then we in the dark. I'm like, okay, is she going to turn the light on? Because I'm not doing nothing in the dark. Man, I go in the freaking dark with her, right? We laying down, the TV on. And then she was just like, she was like, yeah, you ready for this? You ready for this? I said, no. I said, let me see what you look like. Man, I flipped the light on, bro. I thought, bro, it really like, you know how you got, when you see a catfish, bro, and you like, it's like you really can't believe you wasted your goddamn time. Like, that's the first thought, is like, I know goddamn well I didn't drive no fucking 12 miles for this. Right? And then what I seen, the picture, I'm like, this ain't even her. I said, if this ain't no goddamn Mark Henry, Resbusa, I'm like, bro, I'm out of here. Left, boom, gone. It just, to me, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, that hurt my feelings, bro. Because that's why I say with catfish, you got to, nowadays, in this generation, you got to do FaceTime, Face Live, Google Meet. You gotta have, hey, I got to see you, fam. Let me see. I see your photo, but I want to see you twice. See? Because you don't know, you might get over there and you might experience the same thing I experienced. I thought it was Mark Henry. I'm like, yo, we ain't doing nothing. I'm finna leave, escort me to the door, and I'm out. See? Because that's the thing. Why do I think people catfish is because they think that you won't leave. You won't turn around and like walk away from it. See? And that's like, to me, it was like, I just felt off guard. Like, dang, how did I even let myself like fall for this? See? And that's what like you being led by, you said the Big Show with a wig on. Yeah, man. I was like, when I seen her, I'm like, yo, no. And it was like, part of me was like, because you know how, like, if you, see, this is the problem. If you go through what they call it, a drought, okay, or let's say what they call scarcity or scarcity, whatever, however you say it, and you ain't really been nailing nothing, right? So sometimes, like, you could feel like, man, you know what, you ain't had none in a while. Just close your eyes and act like it's Yolanda and not what you actually see. Trick yourself and fool yourself, and before you know it, poof, she'll be gone. And hey, you get your rocks off, you can just leave, right? Just don't open your eyes until you walk out the front door, right? And then just flintstone it to the car, just take off, right? Hell no, I ain't doing that. But I'm just saying, sometimes you do be thinking like, oh, I could just like hurry up and still do it. Nope. Don't even trick yourself and fall for that illusion, bro. Because you know, if it's something you don't want, don't do it. But some people be like, you know what? God dog it. I done drove 12 miles. I might as well just go and get something out of it. Otherwise, or what? Wasted tank of gas. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, bro, I'm just being honest. Like, sometimes you might just be like, damn, I might as well. I done waste a damn tank of gas to get here. But I'm just saying, like, don't do that. Just leave, bro. Because it's like, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Finna go live again, you guys, at 11, like 2 hours. I gotta make a run. But I love y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all tonight. Peace out.